everyone. I am Dr. Blessing Joseph, and with me is
Dr. Nkiru Kawachukwu.
We are here to talk to you about landlord and tenants. Everything you need to know about the rights protecting a landlord and a tenant.
Now, we're going to start with tenants. You're a tenant, an aspiring tenant, you have found the ideal property and want to move in. The most important thing which you ought to insist on is a tenancy agreement. Now, let me tell you what a tenancy agreement actually does for you.
Okay.
It has specifications about the kind of tenancy that you are entering into, whether it's a yearly tenancy, a monthly or a weekly tenancy. Now, it also has specifications as to respect to caution fee, which is a fee that you pay in the event that you spoil anything in the property that you're entering. The money will be channeled towards repairing those things. In the event that you didn't spoil anything, money that you paid will be remitted back to you. Now, it also has specifications as it pertains to the time your rent is due, and the 6 months notice which you are entitled to, notice to quit, and the 7 days notice of owner's intention to take possession, which comes into place at the ending of your tenancy with the landlord. It also has specifications as to the address and other important details that you as a tenant ought to have idea of. Now, the reason why we're always insisting on this tenancy agreement is that most often than not, you see certain things pop up and you're wondering, where is this coming from? Tenancy agreement specifies issues that pertains to conditions that you are required to take in terms of how you're staying in that property.
My colleague here has talked about the rights pertaining to tenants. The landlords, they're not left out. The landlords also have their own rights.
Of course.
So I love you guys to know that the landlords have their own rights.
Of course.
Okay. A landlord can also decide to waive his right of issuing the tenant notice to quit. The same way they have the right to issue you a notice to quit, same way they have the right to also not to issue you a notice to quit.
Okay.
And this can come into play for an instance whereby such term has been inculcated in the tenancy agreement.
Yes.
If it is in the agreement between the both parties that such notice will be waived off from ab initio, that's from the beginning of executing the agreement, you don't need to start notifying the tenant anymore where you have 6 months notice to quit. No, it's no longer necessary. Such will be waived.
Yes.
So what do you say about that, Sister?
You know, in the past, we've had like some tenants that relied so much on the fact that certain notices were not given to them.